In this video, we will develop a Datagram client and server. Java.NET package contains the classes for UDP. UDP is a connectionless protocol used for communication. UDP stands for User Datagram Packets. So we will develop a client and server application using UDP. So the classes available are DatagramSocket and DatagramPacket. These classes are used for UDP. So we will develop a client and server application. So let us say this is a client application and this is a server application. Now this is a client app running here and a server app running here. All right. Now inside this we have to create a Datagram socket. In short, I will write Datagram socket. Then we will create a Datagram packet which will contain the data and the destination IP address where it has to send. It will contain the IP address and the port number, means to a application which it has to send. So for a server we require a port number. Let us say the port number for this one is 2000. We will set the port number. So in server also we will create a Datagram socket with the port number 2000 so that it can receive the packets from any client using this port number. So on the client side, using a Datagram socket, we will send a packet. And at the server side, using a Datagram socket, we will receive Datagram packets. So this Datagram socket is having the methods like send and receive, the send and receive. So basically in UDP protocol, when the communication is done using UDP, there is no client or server. One who is sending is a server or one who is receiving is a client. So right now I am calling this as a client. I am sending the data from here, suppose. So this becomes a server and the receiver becomes a client. And from here, if I am sending, so this becomes a server and this becomes a client. So usually if the communication is one way, that is only in unidirectional, the server is keep on sending the data and the receiver has to keep on receiving the data, then we follow user datagram packets. As I have already explained you that usually for streaming data, we use UDP, where the loss of packets doesn't have any effect on the application, because UDP is not much reliable than TCP. So some packets may be lost. So in case of streaming of data, if the packets are lost also, there is no problem at receiving end. So next I will develop an application for reverse echo server using a datagram. So what this application is going to do is, I will develop one client application which will send some data, send a message, just a string, to a server. And server will process it, it will reverse that message and send it back to the client. So the same thing what we have done using socket programming, we will do it here using datagram packets or datagram sockets. So I am calling this as a server because this is going to reverse a string. So client will send the data and it will receive it. Then again it will reverse and send it back. So when this server is sending it back, then for the client also we may require some port number. So we will assign some port number as 2001. So you can see that both are having port number. So both are sending and receiving. So both are acting like client as well as server. If one is sending, the other one is receiving, then sender is the server and the receiver is a client usually. So it is more like postal service. Like this person is sending some message to this person and again the person is replying back to this person, and that their communication is done using datagram packets. Let us develop this application. I will import the required package java.net star. Now as I am developing a client software first, so client has to create a datagram socket ds, that is new datagram socket, so that communication can be done through this one. I am getting an error here because this may cause exception, so I should handle exception. I don't want to mess up with exception handling code, so I will say throws exception. So error is gone. Now client don't need any port number. but the application that we are going to develop requires a port number. So for client, I will take the port number as 2001. Just a datagram socket was sufficient if client is not receiving any data. So first of all, client will send a message. So we will prepare a message. A message is hello world. Message is ready. Now using this message, I have to create a datagram packet DP new datagram packet. Now datagram packet, when you create an object of datagram packet, we require an array of bytes that you want to send using datagram packet. So I want to send this message and the message is a string. So if you write msg.getBytes, you will get all the bytes. There's a method inside a string class, getBytes. Now next thing, I must mention what is the length of a message. So msg.length will give the length of a message. The next thing, to whom I want to send, I should mention a IP address. So for getting an IP address, I should take the help of inetAddress class, inetAddress dot get by name, and that is localhost. So localhost means same machine. I am going to run client and the server on same machine. Then the port number to which I want to communicate is 2000. So let me repeat the parameters once again. So the array of bytes that you want to send in packet, and what is the length of the array of bytes, that is message. Then what is the IP address to which you want to send, then what is the port number. These are over. So client has created a datagram socket and message, and also packet is ready. Now let us send this packet to the server. DatagramSocket.send. What to send? Datagram packet. So using a socket, packet is sent. That's all. Client has sent the packet. But our client, we want to receive the packet also. So for that, I should continue the rest of these steps. I should receive a packet and display it. So for receiving a packet, I should create a new packet, dp assign new datagram packet. Now I should give an array of bytes here so that I can receive the data in that one. So first of all, I will create an array of byte b array, new byte of size. I will take a bigger size. I don't know how many bytes that may be coming from there. So I take a bigger size, byte array, and the length of bytes. So that is 1024. While receiving, I need not know from where I am getting the packet. I need not know the IP address and the port number. So I don't have to mention the port number and the IP address here. So this packet is ready. Now using datagram socket, I should receive what? Datagram packet. That's it. So these steps are over for receiving a packet. Now whatever the message coming from there will be inside this array, that is inside this datagram packet. So I should prepare a string for that. I will create a string. Okay, I already have a message msg as a string. So I will take msg assign new string. From the datagram packet, I will call the method getData, which will give array of bytes. That's it. But this array of bytes is definitely 1024 size. So it will be a bigger string. It may be having a lot of empty spaces. So after creating an object, I should call a method trim. This will reduce the size. Then finally, I should print a message system.out.println. I should print the message that is coming from server. So I will write down here from server. That's it. Client is over. Now after this, I should close DatagramSocket.close. I should close it. I have finished using it. So this is a client. Send the data and create a new packet and receive the data. And then using a data from the datagram packet, create a message string and display it. Now I will develop a server software. I will create a server software. So the code will be almost similar, so I will not type the whole thing again, but I will copy it and paste it here. I have pasted here. I cannot have two classes that are public in a same file. So instead of creating another file, I am writing in the same file. Okay. And this is server. I am naming it as server. Now what server should do? Server should have a datagram socket. Okay, 2000 is the port number for it. This is over. Now first what server has to do, receive the packet. See, this is the code for receiving a packet. Cut it and first write down the code for receiving a packet. And I should create a datagram packet. So I will copy this one. I will declare it here, datagram packet. Datagram packet is created and the packet is received. Now after this, what it has to do, it has to create a string and then reverse a string. All right, it has to create a string from that message and it has to reverse the string. So we'll take out this string. I will copy this one. Okay, see, this is the sending part. Sending part we need it definitely, so we'll do it afterwards. So I have just changed the order of statements. If you watch it carefully, I have just changed the order. I'm getting a string out of it. I will print it, then I will reverse this. So for reversing, I should take a string builder, SB new string builder, and I should take a message and create a string builder. Then string builder should be reversed. This is a reverse. Then again get back the string from the string builder dot to string. I will get a string. So these steps are for creating a string from the data and I am printing it. So this is from client, I will write down. Okay, this is from client. I have received a message from client. Then string builder is created and it is reverse, and again we got a string. Now this message I should send it to the client. I should send it to the client. So for sending it to the client, again I should create a datagram packet. Yes, already it is getting created. Then I should mention the IP address for sending as well as the port number. So the port number is 2001. Yes, this is the port number. So same thing, message get bytes. So from this message get bytes and length and localhost, then port number is 2001. So this is a server program. And then after sending, close the socket. That's all. So client and server both are ready. Let us run the program. For running, I will first of all build the program. So I will build it and I will run them separately, because if I run first, client will run. Build the project. Okay, project is ready. Then I will start a command prompt. Here I will enter into my Java folder. There is a inside this there is a datagram folder. So I will enter into datagram client. Then inside this build, inside this classes, now say Java datagram client dot server, package name dot class name, server started. Now for the client, I will run it from here. I will just run the project because it's having a client. See, if you see it on this window, from client we got a message hello world, and here from server we got a message that is reverse of hello world. So that's it. This is the application. See, this was having a lot of things involved, so you have to watch it carefully and try to develop the application by yourself. I have explained each and everything. So if you miss anything, I suggest you watch this video once again. If you are able to develop a basic application, then you can develop any bigger application based on this one, because the minimum elements that are required for communication, I have explained them. Rest of the extra things will be definitely related to the application that you are developing. So for communication, what is required, I have shown you. So that's all with this datagram server as well as client we have developed. Basically, it is a one-way communication. One is a sender, other one is a receiver. So if you want to call anybody as client and server, that is your choice. Both sender and receiver are using DatagramSocket and DatagramPacket. Same thing is used. There are no special classes for server or client. So that's all in this video.